Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm Dr. Kashaf Sharafgan, the chair of Communications Committee. Welcome to the APPNA Committee Cafe. Today, we're excited to spotlight one of APPNA's dynamic committees, APPNA Medical Corps, and the incredible work they are doing behind the scenes. We have with us today the chair of APPNA Medical Corps, Dr. Salman Khalid. So let's jump right in. To start off, tell us a little bit about what inspired you.
So thank you, Kashyap, for having me here today. I think it's an incredible initiative, and it's a very, very good way to tell our membership in a very, sort of new, innovative way about the things that and roles APPNA is embarking on. So I truly appreciate it. The way I got involved is that I have had previous personal experience of going on to medical missions in various parts of the world. And this is a line of work that's very close to my heart. I actually got involved as a young physician with APPNA, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I was looking for avenues which would match my interests and, help sort of contribute. And I found APPNA Medical Corps work to be very productive, but at the same time, I also felt like that while a lot of people are doing work on the sideline, it's not one of the highlighted activities of APPNA. So I thought that we should get involved and make it more highlighted and sort of more vibrant aspect of APPNA. So that's when I got involved, and when last year they were looking for people, I reached out to the leadership and showed my interest, and thanks to them, they gave me this opportunity.
Okay, that's awesome. Every committee has its own unique contribution to APPNA's broader vision. So how does your fit into APPNA's overall mission?
I think the APPNA's overall mission is to see how basically Pakistani physicians in North America can contribute in various fields. Whether it comes to healthcare, whether it's come to clinical education, whether it comes to contributing for the needs of underserved patient population. And that's one of the stated goals and objectives of APPNA, and that's where I feel that this committee can make a lot of difference, not only in healthcare activities in Pakistan, but I think APPNA has the capacity and capability with thousands of physicians as members to have a global footprint as a humanitarian organization and contribute in areas of disaster, areas of humanitarian crisis. And I think that's where APPNA Medical Corps has a huge potential if we partner with the right organizations.
So, Dr. Khalid, tell me a little bit more about it. What exactly does the Medical Corps Commission do? If someone who does not know APPNA and its work, what exactly that you guys do to help?
So APPNA Medical Corps, our goals are basically that we want to connect with partner organizations in different parts of the world. Obviously primarily starting from our homeland in Pakistan, also with some organizations here in US and also organizations in other parts of the world, where we feel like that there is a need, either a disaster or humanitarian crisis or philanthropic institutions. I would divide it in these three aspects, where there is care being delivered for underserved patient populations and where there is a need for expertise from well-trained US doctors who can go and not only help see the patients, do the procedures, and fill those gaps in need for those refugees or underserved patient populations, but also help in capacity building and train some local staff in terms of procedures and clinical education, and empower them more to treat their local patients. That's, to me, that is probably the fundamental field where APPNA can play a vital role on a global level. I think we've been doing a lot of activities in the past, but we really need to bring this to the forefront as a global humanitarian organization.
Wow, that sounds very impactful. So, can you tell us one or two projects that your team has accomplished recently?
Yes. So, basically, there are a few things that we did, and I want our members to know that. First thing is, please visit our website. It's an AMC website, separate website. Over there, you can see a list of our projects. We've actually created Microsoft Excel sheets with the links. You can simply click the link, go over there, register your name and your contact details, and you can either register as a volunteer who's interested across different, as a general volunteer, or you can choose and sign up for a mission. Let's say you want to go to Bangladesh or Jordan or Pakistan, and then our team will contact you and in due course of time and see if you can accompany us on one of those missions. So that's one thing. Simply going to the website, registering your name and telling us where you're interested and submitting your CV and some contact details, and we'll reach out to you. That's one. In terms of the other accomplishments, we've signed mutual agreements with organizations like, for example, Indus, which is the leading philanthropic organization in Pakistan. So you can go and work there as part of our medical missions that are upcoming. But let's say you're going for vacations to Pakistan for 2 or 3 weeks, and you want to spend 3 or 4 days contributing to the homeland and seeing some patients or giving some lectures or training some local staff, you can do that as well. We have a blanket now sort of agreement with Indus. So if there's a link on AMC website, which is the APPNA Indus Volunteer Agreement, you put your name and your visit dates, and the email will go to Indus and to us, and we'll arrange your visit and activities at Indus accordingly based on your schedule, not necessarily just a particular time of the year when the mission is going. So that's one. We're in the process of doing that with Sindh Institute of Urology and Transplantation, as well as SIUT. Thirdly, we've partnered with UNHCR to do some missions and Islamic Relief USA around the globe. We have an upcoming mission. We're going to Jordan. We're going to be seeing Syrian and Palestinian refugees, and we'll be working in cardiac cath lab to do about 70 patients have been selected to do cardiac procedures on them. All of them are refugees. And then we'll have other specialists, nephrologists, primary care, all of them see those patients in the refugee clinics as well. After that, we have a mission coming up alongside with a winter meeting from December 25 to 31 in Pakistan, where our team and our members will have the opportunity to work in various parts in different Indus hospitals, Lahore, Muzaffargarh, and Karachi, and they can volunteer over there.
Okay. So you were saying that we can go online and sign up for these things. So if someone is an APPNA member, they can easily sign up. What if, as a physician who is not an APPNA member, can they also sign up for this?
So first of all, I will, if somebody is of Pakistani origin and they're not an APPNA member, I will take this opportunity to encourage them to sign up and be a member, because there's a lot of activities that you can be part of. So that. Secondly, yes, if they're not an active APPNA member, but they would like to accompany us on these missions, the contact details of myself and the other members of the committee are there, and they can reach out to us and we'll try to facilitate them.
Oh, that's great. And you mentioned that you do mission works in all these countries where we need that are under crisis. What is the safety concern, like say when you go to Palestine or Jordan or even to Pakistan sometimes?
Absolutely. This is a great question, and I get that asked a lot. I think in order to do these medical missions, the most important thing is that you need to have partner organizations in home countries where these crises are being driven, and so that to make sure that they have the medical infrastructure there, like refugee clinics, mobile clinics, but also to have contacts with the government to make sure that we have the appropriate security and transportation. So, for example, in Jordan, so IRUSA, Islamic Relief USA, has signed global partnership with us, and through them we've signed with UNHCR. So in Jordan, UNHCR and IRUSA are making sure that they arrange our transportation to and from the airport, the hotels, and also to and from the clinics. And they have made contact with, so we've also made contact with the appropriate embassies. So we're in contact with the Jordanian embassy, Pakistani embassy for Pakistan, in the next year if there's some missions in Africa. So the embassies are also involved, the local organizations are involved, and that makes sure that not only we have the appropriate medical infrastructure over there and the clinics there, but also the appropriate security and oversight from the government that makes these trips extremely safe for our members. They will also facilitate in us getting, if you're doing medical missions in different parts of the world, you technically need to have temporary medical licenses in these countries as well to be able to do procedures and see patients.
Right.
And through these partner organizations, they will facilitate getting us those licenses as well. So the key is that APPNA provides a body of interested and volunteer physicians. Many thanks to those physicians. We can't do it without them. And many thanks to our leadership. And thanks to you and others for highlighting this work. But in addition, we also need partner organizations in every country. And that's what we're fostering. Wherever we're going, we're not doing it alone. We're doing it with well-established partners there.
That's amazing. That's impactful work. So, of course, every success comes with the challenges. And what hurdles have you had, and how did you navigate them?
So I think I would say that, first of all, I think our leadership has been very supportive. So that's the key. If your leadership is not supportive, you can't do that. So I think APPNA leadership, including the current president, the incoming president, all of them, Dr. Kamar, Dr. Rao, everybody else, they've been very supportive. My own committee members, they have also been very supportive. In terms of challenges, I would say the first is to find a local partner. Because we all see on the news that this area has need, this area has a crisis, but how do we start that process in order to, like, let's say I want to go to Bangladesh, right? If there's a crisis there, how do we identify the right partner, the right clinics, the right locations? Because we can't just go there. We have to have a partner. So that's one challenge. I think the second challenge is how do we get the word out and get our volunteers sort of interested, motivated. That part, I would say, our membership has given us a very good response so far. And then, there's a lot of moving targets, moving blocks to this. How do we get those individuals credentialed in those countries and ensure their safety and all that? So I think those are some of the challenges. But with time, I think we're learning every trip that we're planning. We are learning how we can improve next time. So the challenges are there, but alhamdulillah, so far it's been going well.
Right, that's inspiring to hear all that. And how does your committee's work translate into real benefits for the APPNA members and the broader community?
Yeah, so I think that for APPNA members, definitely, I think all of us are very busy in our lives, and I believe that most of our members, they want to be able to contribute, use APPNA as a platform for meet and greet, recreation, but also to contribute back towards the society. And APPNA has tremendous different arms that allows us, whether it's educational activities, whether it's conferences, community work, and we are part of that process where, in terms of community work, we will allow our membership to be able to participate in different parts of the world where they can give back to patients who need us the most. And also, more importantly, our roots are back in Pakistan. We all visit Pakistan. We want to be able to give back. So with our partnership with the leading philanthropic organizations like Indus and SIUT and others, we are giving a platform to our physicians that, hey, it doesn't have to be just a certain 1 week in the year when we do those medical missions. If you are going for vacations, and I know a lot of us, when we go for our vacations, we want to be able to contribute a little bit. We want to spend 2 or 3 days, we can just sign up, go to Indus, SIUT, other institutions, and work. And every drop contributes to a cease. And I think every little effort that we make as physicians in Pakistan gives us that opportunity to give back.
Okay. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of people watching right now and APPNA members, and there are also young physicians who would like to get involved, and even medical students. How can they get involved, and what can you tell them?
Again, please simply visit our website, register your interest. It's one click away on the form. You put your details. It comes to me. Every single person who registers their interest, Leslie has been tremendous in helping us. It goes to her. She forwards it to me. We go through the CV, and for a particular mission, see, every mission has an area of need as well. So if that mission fits the specialty that you're offering, we will get you on board. If not, for the other. or just simply reach out to me. My contact details are there. I would encourage medical students as well, because we are open to taking medical students along as well, and really introduce them to this concept of travel medicine, and medicine that not just our own clinical practice, but travel medicine is a fantastic concept. I would encourage people to join us on these trips. I've made some of my lifelong friends on these trips, because you travel together, you go through difficult and different scenarios that are not very familiar to you. When you work in those underserved settings for a week or two, you innovate, you have a laugh, you eat out after work, you go. We every mission we have a day or two of local tourism as well. So you have these really good memories you bring back and cherish, and you make really good friends on these trips. So I would encourage everybody to register through the website, or reach out to me or the other board members, other committee members, and we would love to have you on board.
Yeah, I know that it also gives you a taste of medicine and the real medicine. I remember as a student, I would, work with these visiting teams from England for, kids that were undergoing surgery for cleft lips and palates. And that got me really interested in getting into cosmetic plastics and being where I am today. So these things are very helpful for medical students. Um,
Absolutely.
so we often hear about how APPNA thrives on volunteer spirit. Do you have any success stories where volunteerism truly made a difference?
I mean, I think my predecessors, people who were in this committee, they have done tremendous work. So there have been people who've been going to Guatemala in the recent years as well, and they've done great missions over there. And they've been able to help those local communities a lot. I think I will have a lot more to tell you of this year's work after we return back from Jordan. Unfortunately, our mission was actually planned for May, but because of the security situation in the region, we had to postpone it. They will. I'm sure we will be able to touch a lot of lives there, including the refugees. And one thing is, when you go on these missions, you realize refugee life is not easy life. These are well-settled people in their home countries. They come and they have to live in the most devastating conditions, and to be able to go there and help them. I think a lot of people are doing this. A lot of our UPNA physicians are already doing this, but once we go there and return back, I'm sure we'll have a lot of more stories to tell.
And that's amazing. Um, does it, do you ever feel, you know, find it difficult to do all this? Or how do you find the time, with your busy life, with your, you being a physician yourself, and then having family life and friends, and, do you find it difficult, or how to create time and
Absolutely. I think I salute everybody, and I give credit to all our committee members and all our physicians who will accompany us on these missions. It's not easy, right? As physicians, so we're not, most of us are physicians employed or running our private practices. So we have a very limited time of vacation time in the year. And even when we do vacation, I mean, you're a surgeon, right? You go on vacation, you have to find people to cover yourself, and that's another difficult task. So yes, it takes time away from your work, from your vacation, and most of us are doing this by taking time, our vacation time. So, and then if you're doing that, obviously you're taking that time away from your family. So it is tough, but I will tell you, it is rewarding in the end. So I think, I mean, some of the missions that I've done, I found them more rewarding than the vacations and all that. And there are a lot of stories when you come back. Sometimes your families, they don't understand why you're going and you're taking a week away, and uh, your kids don't understand. But when you bring them those stories and the pictures, they understand. And it inspires our kids and families. And you cannot do it without your family support. You have to have their support. So yes, it is difficult sometimes, but I think if you think that's why it's so important to plan these missions 6-8 months ahead. And I'm telling you, like this year, we are doing two big missions, the Jordan and Pakistan, and the planning that has gone into it, that we've done. Every other week we have meetings, we're talking to people, we're asking people to send their documents. It's a lot of work on the side, but you just have to be a little bit, you have to organize yourself and plan in ahead, and it's doable.
So just a question about this, like you do all these planning 6 months in advance, and what if, someone signs up and God forbid they have a problem and now they cannot go? I'm sure it puts a lot of burden on you, but how do you guys navigate that?
So that is difficult. That has also happened a couple of times, but we all understand, it's life and things happen, and it does happen. I think it's part and parcel of all these medical missions. That's why there's so many uncertain parts in this. One is, are we going to be able to find a partner? Are we going to be able to recruit enough people? And then if we do recruit people, are all of them going to be able to make it, or someone may have life things happen and they may drop out? Are we able to gonna be, when we go there, are we going to be able to do meaningful work? So this work is filled with a lot of uncertainties. It does happen. Luckily, what is happening is that we will have we try to keep some people, uh, on most of the missions we that enough people have signed up, and there are some backups as well. So we would usually close signing people a month or so, and then if somebody drops out, we can reach out to other people as well. So that's how you do. But sometimes you just have to go, and whatever number of people you have, you just make do with that.
Just go with the flow. That's amazing. That's amazing. So let's talk about the future. What are your committee's goals for the next year?
So I think this year we are doing these two missions, and next year our plan is to have a couple of international sites that are basically regular collaborators. So we do plan to go to Pakistan, obviously, every year, and we would hope that people in future who are the members of, as well, they would continue that tradition. Plan would be to keep a long-term partnership with Jordan Health Ministry, and do a one trip Jordan every year as well. The Guatemala team is going there every year, so that can be continued as well. And then next year, we would really like to do some work in Africa as well. So I'm already in talks with a couple of organizations um, in Ethiopia and a couple of other countries. So that's how we would like to expand a global footprint. And one of the things that we're looking at is also how we can contribute here locally in US. There are a lot of Indian health communities here in US whose healthcare indices, as you know, are much lower than the rest of the country. So how we can contribute here in US as well. So next year, our plan would be to increase the footprint to those local communities, as well as doing a couple of missions in Africa.
And so you're saying you'll also be doing missions here in the US.
That's what I want to do, because there are underserved communities here in US as well. Like I live in Oklahoma, and there are a lot of Indian health tribes here in Oklahoma, in Utah, and others, where the access to healthcare is not as good as other places in the country. So that is one potential area I'm looking at where we can collaborate and do some meaningful work here in US as well. Because US is our home country, and we should try to fill the need and void here as well as other parts of the world.
Absolutely. It's our adopted homeland, and I feel like most of us have lived more of our life here now than back home in Pakistan. So that is very
Absolutely.
important. Salman, if you had to describe your committee in just 3 words, what would they be?
Um, I would say um, a powerfully impactful arm of APPNA.
Oh wow, that perfectly captures it and your spirit. So before we wrap up, what message would you like to give to the Apna family watching us today?
I would say that APPNA is such a vibrant organization. I think it is very difficult to find organize. So most of the organizations, they have a very myopic view of what they want to do in the world, right? What they want to accomplish. APPNA is full of vibrancy, right? It goes from contributing to medical literature, non-medical literature, disaster relief, clinical education, helping our young physicians, mentoring our young physicians. There's so many arms. And I would encourage our members to take advantage of all these vibrant aspects of APPNA, globally, but at the same time, try to find a niche for yourself as to what really is more close to your heart, and spend a little bit more time towards that as well. And naturally, as a chair of AMC, I would want more and more people to find the work of AMC close to their heart. So I would encourage them to please sign up for us. Please give us an opportunity to take you on these missions. I will personally promise this: no one will come back disappointed. No one will come back saying that I don't want to do this again. I will promise you, I've done this in the past, and I want to keep doing it again and again. I've worked with physicians from different organizations on these trips. Australia, UK, Canada, they've become my lifelong friends. With Zoom and social media, you remain in touch with them. You're going to want to do it again and again. So I encourage you to please make use of this. And I would encourage the medical students, even on some missions, we might take the nursing staff. So please come and join us, and we'll make this worthwhile. You'll make some good friends. You'll do some impactful work. You'll help people. And every mission, I promise you, we will have excellent tourism. We keep one day of tourism at the end of the mission for sure.
So keep it a little fun too. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
No, that's great. I also look forward to doing some missions with you, and very excited about them. And so thank you so much for joining us and sharing your incredible work that your committee is doing for APPNA. This team like yours that truly keep APPNA's spirit and mission alive. So thank you so much. Until next time, it is APPNA Committee Cafe. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for this initiative. I think APPNA does a lot of good work, and it needs to be put out there and highlighted. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
Thank you.